everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and today I want to share something with you. I've been watching Dawn from Let's Make a Mess. She's just such an amazing lady, and she has amazing ideas. And one of the things that she's been making was some magazine tags that she did using 5 pages that she would glue together, and then that would make like a thicker paper, and then she would tear out of that some tags. And I thought that was a great idea, except that I use a lot of my magazines for cutting out images as well as for cutting out words, and basically there's rarely a page where I don't find anything. And if it's a page with a lot of designs, well, I usually use that for making flowers or something else. Anyway, the point is that I couldn't see myself doing that exactly that way. Except that I have a ton of envelopes. And I thought, well, let's try this with using some envelopes. So what I did is I took some from my work, because I get given a ton of these. And I use the ones that are blank, like are white on the inside, as well as this craft color, and one that is fancier, let's say, on the outside. So what I did is I glued them together, and it makes this. So I don't have to show you how to glue envelopes together. You know how to do that. So there's 5 layers, and what I did is I placed them so that the window would be facing all on the same side, so I wouldn't be wasting any paper. And then you glue them together. And once you've glued them, this is what happens. It becomes super thick, and it's just amazing. Perfect for tag making. So then what I did is I just tore like so, and actually I'm going to tear this way first. And it makes it very thick, so you have to, it won't come undone. But it gives amazing edges, which I love. So you got one part here, and then this part here, if you remove the part with the window, because the part with the window, there's not much that you can do with it. But this part makes an awesome bookmark. So to me, this is the part that shows in the back, and this is the part that we're going to be working on. And then you've got here what is the making of a tag, and then out of this you can make 2 other tags. So then I like the teared up edges, so what I would do is do that for the corners. Eek. And I'm telling you, it's really thick once you've put it together. So this is like my tag. And I like that it's not perfect shape. That is what I'm looking for. Then I used initially this little punch. And it works fine. But I was giving myself a hard time when I have this, which is We Are Memory Keepers. It's one of those bigger holes punchers, so, and it makes it super easy, and you don't even have to do anything to it. Okay, so once you've got that done, what I did is I prepared a bunch of all kinds of different papers. I see I was working on some, so I have 2 other ones here. And I've used different designs of envelopes, and I think it really makes it very cool. I'll show you the ones I've done so far. So what I did is I pulled out from my stash all kinds of papers that are little bits of pieces of whatever, and that I haven't really used, and that I'm not sure when I will use them. And I kind of try to make it fit with the card. These are also things that I don't use a lot, and I have it in my stash, and I'm not going to be using it. So this is, I think, one of the best ways of doing this. So I'm wondering for this, because maybe this would be cool with this. Either that or something like this, or maybe both. And I like the jagged edges because that's what the other ones have, like kind of jagged edges. Like the whole tag is kind of jagged. And because this is craft paper, I'm thinking I'm going to leave it as it is underneath. And then so you use up your stash, and I'm using up my envelopes because I'm trying to find different ways of using my envelopes. So when I see something like this, it totally stirs something into me. Okay, so now you can either glue it with the Yoo-Hoo stick or whatever glue stick you have. I'm going to go the easy route, and I'm going to use my ATG gun. Just because I'm lazy. But the gluing of the different paper layers together, that has been done with a glue stick. Okay, so then once that is done, I try to find a sentiment that will fit with this. And I don't know. I'm trying to use my bigger sentiments, the ones that I don't use as much because they're just that too big. But see, this would be great, but it's a bit big and it won't fit, which is unfortunate because that would have been an amazing sentiment for this. And I'm thinking these would be awesome for when you send out, maybe something like this. When you send out some Happy Mail, it would be cool. So, I'm thinking of that one. Now, if we use this one, because it's white, I'm thinking it would be better if I can find some paper to put underneath it. Okay. And I've got these little pieces of paper that I got at a garage sale. And I'm thinking this would be really cool, actually. Just like that. So, this is what I'm going to do. Just like this. And then what I did is I edged them. And for this one, I'm thinking something blue might be cool. So let's use Chip Sapphire. And just edge this tag. I love that. And do the same thing on the other side. And voila! And then it's just a question of putting some gel in this. And I don't have, unless I have it here, I don't see any that I particularly like for this one. I'm not too fond of the one I have here. I want more blues and stuff. This might be cool. let's use that. So just put it like this, slip it in the little hole, if it's gonna allow me to, and then like so. And voila, we've got a tag made. And then what I would do is stamp on the back with my logo. So these are the ones so far that I've made, and I just love them. So I did this, let your smile change the world. This is a sentiment that some of the new stamps that I got at Scrapbook Central, and I'm really, really happy. And it's again using all kinds of scraps. And on the back, here is the, that's actually a Gaz Metro envelope, and then you've got my logo. And then this one is beautiful. This one is for me, probably, because I don't think I'm going to show this. I'm going to share this with anybody else. But I had this image that was part of a Dracula graphic novel that I had purchased because it was on special and I just loved the graphics. And I used it on making some cards for Halloween or something, some project that I had. Anyway, so I used this image and the graphic, but I haven't used it since, and I still had a bunch of paper from that page, and this was one of the images, and I thought she was very funny with Born Leader. And then I did this one, Unstoppable, which is a different backing. And then this one, The Choice is Yours, and it's simple. And I thought these would be great bookmarks for my kids. And then this one is Ways of Thinking and Working. And this one here, I've used when I'm making some of my barbed wire out of black, it makes this kind of weird border. And that's what I use to put underneath this. So I really love how it turned out, and it's making me use my envelopes, and it's giving me things that I can use in swaps and that I can give to my kids, and just fun bookmarks that who cares if you lose them, because it's just like envelopes and it's not expensive, and it's just fun to make and to glue together. So hope this will inspire you to try it out and to either use envelopes or whatever else type of material that you have on hand. And go check out Let's Make a Mess, Dawn from Let's Make a Mess, and give her lots of love from me. And that is it, folks. Bye.